He was England's king, but his body was falling apart. Henry VIII grew obese, suffered from festering leg ulcers, and reeked so badly servants gagged near his chambers. He had 6 wives. 2 were beheaded, 1 died in childbirth, 1 barely escaped execution. He changed religion to get a divorce, then executed anyone who disagreed. By the end, he was paranoid, bloated, and rotting, ruling from a throne soaked in fear. Was he a king or a decaying tyrant wrapped in silk? She ruled an empire, but couldn't rule her own bathroom. Queen Elizabeth I dazzled the world with her white face, jeweled gowns, and sharp intellect. But behind the throne, things got grim. She bathed only a few times a year, believing water could make her sick. Her teeth were black and crumbling from sugar, and she masked the smell with heavy perfumes that only made it worse. That iconic pale skin, achieved with lead-based makeup that slowly poisoned her. Foreign ambassadors complained of the stench, and one reportedly fainted at dinner. She ruled an empire with elegance, but beneath the powdered face and pearls was a world of rot, ritual, and royal denial. She lived in luxury while her people starved. Gowns of silk, cakes for breakfast, Versailles glittered, while Paris burned. They called her Madame Deficit. France was broke. The people were furious. In 1793, revolutionaries dragged her from palace to prison, blaming her for the suffering of a nation. Her hair was cut, her hands bound. She rode to the guillotine in silence. The blade fell, the crowd roared, and the queen was no more. Was she a villain or just a girl trapped in a dying empire? Did you know? Invented in 1792, the guillotine was meant to be a humane way to execute. It used a sharp, weighted blade to deliver instant death, no pain, no delay. During the French Revolution, it became a symbol of justice and terror. Over 16,000 people were executed, including King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Crowds cheered, heads rolled, and history was changed forever. Was it progress or brutality disguised as efficiency? Did you know? In 1347, ships arrived in Europe carrying a silent killer, the Black Death. Victims developed black boils, high fever, and died within days. It spread fast through fleas, rats, and even the air. In just 5 years, it wiped out over 20 million people, nearly a third of Europe. Churches closed, families abandoned each other, and bodies piled in the streets. It changed everything from medicine to religion to the economy. Could you survive a world where death came faster than news? Did you know? The Mariana Trench is the deepest part of Earth's ocean, plunging over 36,000 feet below the surface. That's deeper than tall Mount Everest, and the pressure down there is over 1,000 times what we feel at sea level. It's pitch black, near freezing, and could crush a submarine like a soda can. Yet life exists bizarre creatures like translucent amphipods, snailfish, and microbes that feed on chemicals, not sunlight. We've mapped Mars better than this trench. What secrets still lurk in the darkness? He scrubbed floors no one thanked him for, ate scraps no one wanted, slept where the rats did. Watch the full story on my YouTube channel. Called him a slave, property, invisible. But one day, Gaius gave him manumission, not out of kindness, out of usefulness. He walked out with nothing but his name and the memories. Was he free, or just a survivor of Rome's cruelty? Did you know? Humans didn't evolve from apes. We share a common ancestor. That ancestor lived millions of years ago and split into different branches. One led to chimps and gorillas, another to us. So apes aren't our past, they're our cousins. Evolution isn't a ladder, it's a tree, and we're just one weird branch. Still think humans were supposed to be apes? Or are we just nature's wild experiment? They say he's 8 feet tall, covered in hair, and vanishes without a trace. Legends go back centuries from indigenous stories of a hulking figure walking through the woods. Footprints up to 24 inches long have been found, some with skin ridges too detailed to fake. Hair samples have been tested. Most match known animals, but a few show unknown primate DNA. Some scientists think sightings are just misidentified bears. Others say twisted branches, strange nests, and eerie vocalizations point to something else. We've used drones, thermal cameras, and AI to hunt him. Still no proof, just shadows. Is Bigfoot real, or just the forest playing tricks on our fear? Ramesses II ruled Egypt for 66 years, longer than most empires last. He had over 100 children, built more monuments than any other pharaoh, and even signed the world's first known peace treaty. His statues were so massive, early archaeologists thought he was a god. And get this, his mummy was issued a passport in the 1970s with king, deceased, listed as his occupation. Ramesses didn't just rule, he made sure the world would never forget him. Was Ramesses just a ruler, or the ultimate brand of immortality? High above the desert, a circle of stone waits. No graves, no flames, just silence. In Zoroastrian tradition, the dead are placed atop the Tower of Silence, exposed to sun, wind, and vultures. It's not cruelty, it's sacred for them. Earth, fire, and water must remain pure. Nature reclaims the body. Bones are gathered into a central well. The soul, they believe, has already moved on. No tombstones, no mourning, just a quiet return to the elements. Do you think this is the most honest farewell humanity has ever known? Picasso didn't follow rules, he shattered them. Born in Spain in 1881, Pablo Picasso revolutionized modern art with bold, unpredictable moves. He co-founded Cubism and shocked the world with Les Demoiselles d'Avignon. Over his lifetime, he created more than 50,000 works, from paintings and sculptures to ceramics and stage designs. His style constantly evolved, reflecting war, love, and rebellion. Picasso once said, "Art is a lie that makes us realize truth," and he lived that truth louder than anyone. When Albert Einstein died in 1955, the pathologist didn't just perform an autopsy, he stole Einstein's brain. Yep, swiped it without permission, hoping to crack the code of genius. He sliced it into 240 pieces, stored it in jars, and even mailed chunks to researchers. Some ended up in a cookie tin. Einstein's brain traveled more than he did, and it still couldn't explain my math grades. Before candy and costume, Halloween was a night of fire, fear, and the dead. It began over 2,000 years ago with the Celtic festival of Samhain, when the veil between worlds was thin and spirits could cross over. People lit bonfires, wore animal skins, and left food out to keep ghosts from knocking. Centuries later, Christians renamed it All Hallows Eve, a holy night with lingering shadows. Then came the pumpkins, costumes and candy, and Halloween became a party. Would you trade your treats for a night with the spirits? Before broomsticks and cauldrons, witches were healers, feared and revered. The earliest witches weren't evil. They were wise women, midwives, and herbalists who knew how to heal and protect. In ancient times, they were respected. But as male-dominated religions rose, their power became dangerous. The Bible warned against witchcraft. By the 1400s, Europe was hunting witches, burning, hanging, accusing thousands. Most were women, most were innocent, but fear made them villains. Were witches ever real, or just powerful women the world couldn't handle? Before pumpkins, there was a man named Stingy Jack. Legend says Jack tricked the devil twice and was cursed to wander the earth with only a burning coal inside a hollowed-out turnip. people in Ireland carved scary faces into turnips and potatoes to ward off Jack and other evil spirits. When Irish immigrants came to America, they found pumpkins bigger, easier to carve, and way more dramatic. And just like that, the jack-o'-lantern was born. Would you dare meet Stingy Jack without a pumpkin to protect you?